Good morning and welcome back to BIFA TV, your daily dose of industry information. Changes to IATA's direct airway bill are due to take effect on the 1st of July, and to tell us more about what these changes mean, we're joined by BIFA's Policy and Compliance Director, Pawel. So Pawel, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Brooke.
Now let's just start off with an overview of what these proposed changes actually are.
Just sort of very, very briefly, because we can talk about a lot of sort of technicalities, is that the Cargo Agency Conference adopted unilaterally, I should probably say, changes to how the framework of issuing direct airway bills is structured. And a direct airway bill, by that, what we mean is when a freight forwarder tenders cargo on behalf of the shipper, whose name is shipper on the bill, to the airline, who then treats the shipper as their customer, may potentially find themselves in a slightly different contractual relationship with the carrier, with the airline. And I think it's quite important to sort of notice that. And it's also important to notice that in many ways, that would apply to true agents. And I think I should say that because that may cause some confusion otherwise. If you still act as a true agent representing your customer in front of the airline, but then the contract is between your customer, the shipper, and the airline, not so much you will find that there may be changes to how you operate.
Right, sure.
Basically, which is different to the sort of more established, the master railway bill model, where we as freight forwarders, we would contract with the airline, and then from an airline's point of view, where the customer, then we issue house bills to our customers. So that's the proposed changes, which may impact some of our members.
Yeah.
But I should probably add, in many ways, over the last few years, BIFA members, most freight forwarders in the UK, would already be entering into a contractual relationship with airlines. So in most cases, we do not foresee a profound shift in that sort of contractual pattern.
So when we're looking at the changes, obviously I know you said it might not be a big shift, but what have been the main concerns from the industry so far?
The shift in liabilities, insurance implications, because from a person who just raises a document, tenders cargo on behalf of somebody else, you find yourself in that sort of contractual arrangement with the airline. So your responsibilities as the principal to the carrier, and so on and so forth. So potentially quite important from a freight forwarder's point of view.
And of course, the implementation date is the 1st of July, which is fast approaching. What should our members be doing in preparation for that?
I would ask our members and advise our members to speak to their airlines if they actually issue direct airway bills, mostly as agents. Also follow our updates, because we will speak to IATA, we will speak to airlines, just to make sure that we understand how these changes will be implemented in the UK. And I think that's the most important thing. Make sure that you speak to your carrier, make sure you understand your commercial responsibilities. And like I'm saying, we will keep you updated as well.
That's great, Pawel. Thank you so much for the update.
Thank you, Brooke.
As the implementation date approaches, BIFA will be keeping its members informed of the latest developments via its website. We'll leave a link to that in the description. That's all for today's edition of BIFA TV, your daily dose of industry information.